Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me here at Club Healed Human, where we work to be our most authentic selves. And today is Root Chakra Monday. Root Chakra Monday is always the first day of the week, and it just so happens to be landing on Memorial Day weekend. So thank you for viewing the video in your busy time. Root Chakra Monday is all about, from a spiritual perspective, it's all about rediscovering who we are really. Before anything else, anything man-made had the opportunity to influence our lives, who are we at our origins? Now, regardless of your religion or your nationality, we were all born exactly the same. At the moment of creation, we were born as a speck of love, a real human being full of love, and that was all we knew. Love and all of the attributes of love, joy and beauty and greatness and intelligence, creativity, fearlessness, curiosity, protection. It's what we knew. It's who we are. It is our primary essence of each one of us. It is the commonality between us all. We may experience many things and we may lose and gain many things, but the one thing that always remains consistent inside of us is who we are. The Most High Creator lovingly made us for us to experience the ultimate joy and to create with Him a world that never ceases to amaze us, never ceases to fill us up with love and joy. Anything outside of that is something that man has created. And not everything has man created for everyone, for every situation. The important part about authenticity is first establishing our foundation in who we are, the roots of our being. That beautiful speck of light, that burst of energy, that feeling of love, that's who we really are. And it doesn't matter where you live, what country. It doesn't matter what type of a house you live in or if you're homeless. It doesn't matter if you have billions in the bank account or you don't have a bank account at all. It doesn't matter about the car you drive, the job you work. It doesn't matter about the things you've done or the things that you wish you would have done. And it certainly doesn't matter what other people think or what other people think about you, what you feel about yourself. None of it matters. When we're discussing who we are at our origin, all those topics, all those thoughts, all those projections, all those judgments, they're of man. Down to where we live and our nationalities and our religion are all of man. Who we are at our origin is where our greatness resides within us. It's that one piece that's always so neglected. I mean, how many people feel like they can't find the love of their life? How many people feel like they don't have the greatest job? They're not very happy with their lives. And you just wake up every day doing the same exact thing over and over again, hoping to get ahead, but, always pretty much staying the same. The family problems are the family problems, and everything just is what it is, we say. Too much to fight against, too hard for the grind. And we miss peace, and we miss joy, and we miss true love in our lives. We are throttling back our greatness, and it's affecting our creativity. It's affecting our beauty. It's affecting our overall wellness, really. Because we simply forgot who we were, who we are. Who we are means a lot. It dictates everything that we do. Let me give you an example. Say, for instance, you're in a frumpy kind of mood, not great, not terrible, just kind of blah. Well, everything in your world begins to align with blah because of it. You don't have any peace, you don't have any joy. You're kind of just stuck in the washing machine cycle of life, as I call it. Some people call it running on a hamster wheel. There's highs and there's lows because, you might, have the opportunity to go on vacation or go out with a group of friends or something, and that brings us a high. But then there's always the low afterwards because we're looking to external things in order to fulfill us. But when you remember who you are, oh, it's much different. Suddenly, all of the things that you have expectation over for yourself begin to form a little bit differently within your mind. Now, I picked this job because I thought I was. But would I have picked that job if I knew I was? If you think that you're not good enough, well, you'll get you're not good enough. If you think that you're better, you'll get better. And sometimes we just need to self-analyze where we are in life. What got us here? Where was my head about myself at the time I made this decision and that decision? Was I doing it from a place of understanding my own greatness with an expectation to match? As we grasp on to who we are, our expectations do increase for ourselves first. We want better. We deserve better. We begin to understand that better is normal for us. Anything other than the best is less than what we should receive. Anything entirely too difficult is more than likely a path in which we shouldn't be walking on. Because the Most High Creator, unless you're a crusader for, truth and justice or an activist of some kind, peace is found and established and maintained day to day to day. There's no reason why we shouldn't operate as if we are the best that we could be, knowing that every day we wake up seeking to be the best of that day and the next day and the next day. Sometimes we get into this place where we set our expectations on what happened yesterday. Well, yesterday has a whole lot of things that we're not real happy about. Yesterday includes our doldrums. Yesterday includes our doing the same thing every day. Yesterday includes the highs and lows of life instead of a consistent level of joy and happiness. The reason for that is because you're just simply missing your own greatness, your whole self at this point. When you begin to absorb and allow yourself to believe exactly how magnificent you really are because that's how you were created, well, things begin to change. Your energy vibration begins to unlock, and you begin to feel a surge of energy now I deal with a lot with chakras because in my studies, I found that us becoming aware of our own spirituality on our path to becoming more authentic or our most authentic selves, it causes our personal energy vibration to increase, which is a good thing. We want to increase our personal energy vibration. Our personal energy vibration and our chakras are connected to our endocrine system. The Most High Creator made us so that we can heal ourselves in every way. And all these years we've been neglecting our endocrine system. Our endocrine system is probably the most drug-prescribed physical portion of us. And just by recognizing who we are and rebuilding our foundations in truth, we begin to increase our energetic vibration and heal our endocrine system at the same exact time. Believe it. It's the truth. Now on Root Chakra Monday, we're dealing with the chakra that's at the very base of our torso. It controls our adrenals, and it regulates our salt, regulates our adrenaline, and assists our metabolism. Think of that alone. Salt is a huge problem for many people. Our adrenaline and the fight and flight due to consistent fears and challenges, that's always a big problem. That leads to anxiety. Feeling in your flight or fight at all times, that's a level of anxiety. A lot of people have prescriptions for anxiety. And our metabolism is so important. Everything rests in our gut. How we digest our nutrients and how they're distributed to our bodies is utmost important. And by allowing ourselves to begin to understand our greatness, our magnificence, our root chakra begins to open up. Instead of spinning too fast or too slow, it begins to spin just right. And when it begins to spin just right, it begins to regulate the salts, the adrenals, and our metabolism. You'll notice that if you stay with me daily, all kinds of magnificent things are going to begin happening to you. Suddenly, your body will begin to regulate itself with a sigh of relief. Because how long has it been operating without our paying direct attention to the endocrine system? How many other things in our body, mechanisms and so forth, rely on the smooth performance of our endocrine system? So the healing that we physically get goes well beyond the endocrine system, and it begins healing our whole body, providing us with more energy, more chutzpah. We begin to look forward to remembering just who the heck we are to begin with. Because that's where it all starts. And I know a lot of people may get stuck in their religion. I know that a lot of people will say, well, this isn't my thing. And you know what? Maybe it's not. But remembering who the heck you are to begin with is definitely your thing. It's everyone's thing. It's the one thing that most people have forgotten or suppressed along the way. And again, it doesn't matter who, what, when, where, how, what other people think, or even what you think about yourself. The only truth there really is in this world is who you are at your core, at your origin, who we all are at our origins. We are all created as love. And through our lifetimes, we're meant to return back to the love that we are. What begins in love must end in love. And in this stage of our journey through life, the planets and the universes and everything that's going on in the world, and universally, it's all calling forth our greatest authentic selves to step up to the plate in our highest level vibration, to begin creating the world that we really do want. Everything is changing. Change is normal. But we forgot that too by forgetting ourselves. And as we embrace a step up for ourselves, then we also are embracing the step up for our families, for our communities, for our states and our nations and the entire world, having a positive impact on everything that we think, everything that we do, everything that we say. Every interaction we have begins to rotate, evolve into a higher level of authenticity, a higher level of spiritual vibration. That is truly you. It is your power. It is your foundation. It is everything. Everything else that you'll ever do rests on exactly who you are. And it's only with the truth about who you are that you can really begin becoming your most authentic self and begin building the life that you really do want. It's inevitable when we focus on the right things. I'm a Methodist, I'm a Christian, but I'm also a spiritualist who moved beyond religion because I always felt that something was missing in religion. I'm a natural born teacher, so I always look for the beginning, the middle, and the end. And I never felt like I found the end until I started researching spirituality. And it truly is the epitome of who we are and affects us in such positive ways. It doesn't replace our religion. It enhances our religion. Don't get it confused. Everything about you is just perfect. We're just going to tweak it a little bit better. Remind you who you are and amp up your life in every way. Now, I do use crystals, and there's different crystals that I utilize for each individual day. And on Root Chakra Monday, I use black obsidian, which transmutes negative energy into positive. It also amplifies positive energy. I use the red jasper because red jasper assists us in grounding us in who we are. Excuse me. Rather than swinging from highs to lows, we get this grounded oneness that's consistent through our day, where we begin to have consistency of peace and joy rather than highs and lows, because our mind frame, our thoughts begin to change, starting with who the heck we are to begin with. Also on Root Chakra Monday, and I do use these same 3 crystals for the first 3 days of every week. The third crystal I use is Tiger's Eye, because Tiger's Eye, although the energy vibration of Tiger's Eye is more of a solar plexus energy, it assists in the balancing of the overriding negative energies that are always on top of us, always hitting us, okay? So it kind of neutralizes the playing field so we can stop and take a breath for just a moment, transmute that negative energy into positive, ground ourselves into the truth of who we are so that we can stand up straight, take a deep breath and say, okay, I accept my own greatness. What's next? Tomorrow we discuss the sacral chakra, and the sacral chakra is all about finding your joy. Now there's another helpful tool that I use, and that's color. Every chakra has a different color that goes along with it, and the Root Chakra Monday, the color is red. Now the crystals and the color have the same energy vibration that your root chakra is experiencing by the acceptance of your own greatness. You're going to feel an upliftment, even if just a little bit, where you might have that little voice in the back of your mind going, well, is it really possible that I'm great? And you feel a little surge of energy. Oh, well, if the Most High Creator says I'm great, then I must be. A little surge of energy. And every day, every moment that you think about your own greatness and accept more of that on for yourself, the greater that affects your personal energy vibration. Today, the color red and these 3 crystals, the black obsidian, the red jasper, and the tiger's eye, are all a beautiful match to the stabilization of the energy that's being created at the root chakra. That's assisting the salts, the adrenals, the fight or flight, and your digestion. And all you're doing is thinking about how great you are, accepting how great you are, how beautiful, how creative, how intelligent, how loving and able to be loved, how peaceful. All of these things are yours. You are that. It's just stuffed away somewhere. It's time to bring little me out of the closet again. Because little me's been dying to get out. And as soon as the little me comes out and remembers who he or she is, things begin to change in a very positive way for you. So red can be anything. Wear it, eat it, drive it, whatever. Red will be your indicator and reminder every time you see red today that you are building your strongest foundation of self, because it's based on what? The truth of who you really are. That's all we have for today, my friends. There's a couple of other videos you might want to check out for the day. Food and a little bit of fitness, which also assists in creating and stabilizing your personal energy vibration. I have videos on that daily. It's under a different playlist, food and fitness. And also a read and a discussion from A Course in Miracles, which is Jesus's guidance to us. It helps us bring the knowledge of spirituality into action within us. enabling us to become our most authentic selves. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye for now.